Good day! Welcome to another episode of Language 101 with Ivy. Today's discussion will be all about language acquisition and how we acquire language due to nature. First and foremost, what is language? Language distinguishes humans from all other animals. Every known human society has had a language, and while some non-humans may be able to speak with one another in quite complicated ways, none of their communication methods approaches the ability to carry information that language possesses. So how do we learn language? In 1957, linguist Noam Chomsky published a groundbreaking book called Syntactic Structures. It proposed a novel idea: all human beings may be born with an innate understanding of how language works. According to Chomsky, we can acquire language because we're genetically encoded with a universal grammar, a basic understanding of how communication is structured. Chomsky and other linguists have said that all languages contain similar elements. For example, globally speaking, language breaks down into similar categories of words, nouns, verbs, and adjectives, to name three. According to this view, all children are born with universal grammar, which makes them receptive to the common features of all languages. Because of this hardwired background in grammar, children easily pick up a language when they are exposed to its particular grammar. Universal grammar is activated during first language acquisition, and the stages of grammar acquisition and language development seem to be independent of culture or language learned. Also, these stages of acquiring grammar follow the same sequence and durations across all languages. However, this doesn't explain the importance of environmental influence. A great number of laws and principles control language, notably those governing syntax, which determine the arrangements of words in phrases. Facts that support this theory include the following. First, children acquire language sounds in a certain sequence, and the first sounds that children learn are those that are common to all world languages. Second, children tend to learn language in the same sequence, suggesting that universality of language exists and the environment alone cannot be responsible for language acquisition. Third, children acquire function words such as or and on and the less salient sounds connected to possessives, pluralization, and third-person singular in a certain order. Interestingly, the plural s and other forms of s are not all developed in unison. Fourth, children show awareness of language categories at extremely early ages, long before any overt instruction occurs. The language faculty contains innate knowledge of various linguistic rules, constraints, and principles. This innate knowledge constitutes the initial state of the language faculty, which makes the universal grammar innate and is embedded somewhere in the neuronal circuitry of the human brain. And that would be why children can select from all the sentences that come to their minds only those that conform to the deep structure encoded into the brain's circuits. For example, one study showed that 18-month-old children recognized a dok referred to a thing and praching referred to an action, showing they understood the form of the word. Subsequent research in the cognitive sciences, which combined the tools of psychology, linguistics, computer science, and philosophy, soon lent further support to the theory of universal grammar. For example, researchers found that babies only a few days old could distinguish the phonemes of any language and seemed to have an innate mechanism for processing the sounds of the human voice. Thus, from birth, children would appear to have certain linguistic abilities that predisposed them not only to acquire a complex language, but even to create one from whole cloth if the situation requires. And that's all for today. I hope you learned something from me. I am Ivy Rosiding Lasa, and this is Language 101 with Ivy.